back with another episode of Too Hot for XXX. And we were on the topic of how when I talk about equal opportunity, I'm talking about where we can go to a lender and say our credit line is up in the 9.8 average or whatever the highest credit line could be, and we could receive that same opportunity as you white people receive. We tired of you telling us, oh, if you stop committing crimes, you may be able to receive that. Well, it's too late to tell us to stop creating crimes now, because you've taken away so many of our rights as citizens that we do what we got to do to survive. It's okay for white people to prescribe pills in our community to people, and then when the people realize, well, these pills will kill us, so what we'll do is we'll make a living off of them by selling them. See, in the Afro American community, every single drug that you white people allowed to enter into our community, you thought we was stupid enough to take them. But because we're smart enough to sell them, you make it illegal to have them. You know I'm telling the truth. You first tried it with liquor. You thought the alcohol, when we was bootlegging it and selling it to your so-called taverns, you sent the sheriff after us. And then the sheriff said, well, you know, they still getting the bootleg through. We need to go to the government and try to legalize it. So you will legalize liquor. Now, you knew liquor was a truth serum that Afro Americans and Indians, we all used it to make the cowboy tell the truth. But then y'all want to legalize it, so now it's not important no more to control the liquor, because now y'all got it controlled by the federal government. Alright? Then you turn around and you introduce the cocaine into our communities. Oh yeah, Afro-Americans, they didn't design cocaine. And you told some brothers, listen, sell this to your community, man. You can make a lot of money and they'll keep coming back. Well, you found out that your children was coming back to the city to receive the crack cocaine, so they came up with a law in Wilmington called drug mug. Oh yeah. When you found out that your kids was the natural kids that was actually on crack and coke, and they was coming into the city in our communities buying it, getting caught with your car. You tried a second, you thought a second thought about, you know, that law of making it the illegal drug. That's how most of your children end up incarcerated with our brothers and sisters, because they the ones who got hooked on that crack and that coke. And what happened was, you said, wow, it was too strong. So then you came up with all the different avenues, and you found out, well, most of the Afro-Americans, they don't do the coke and the crack, they do the heroin. So let's see if the heroin will kill them off. So you brought the heroin in, but it didn't kill them off because your white children liked it just as much as Afro American children liked it. So what the governor did, he said, well, when I'm elected, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make marijuana legal for some people. I'm going to make it legal for those that can go to the doctor, can afford to go to the doctor, and say, Doc, can you give me a script for marijuana? Because I got asthma. Because I got asthma. Or I got glaucoma. You know, and then the doctor, the white doctor, writes you a script. So you can receive at least, I believe it's 2.5 ounces that you can have legally in Delaware now of marijuana. But for anybody else that got marijuana, like our young entrepreneurs, our young brothers and sisters that's out there making a job, you make it illegal for them to have it, but you'll open up these little brokeries to allow your white counterpart partners sell it to us and to anybody else that can get a prescription. And you talk about being fair and equal. It's nothing fair and equal here in Delaware when it comes to money. It's a group of greedy white men and women that have control over how money in Delaware is spent, how it is contributed out amongst the people, and that is where the uneven, equal playing field stops. So even though it may have seemed funny, but see, your children, white people, got caught up in the rapture. And y'all don't know what to do. And you can't kill off our offspring. And our offspring, they still producing children. We have some of the little gay and lesbian stuff going on in our community. But we ain't got as much gay and lesbian conduct going on in our community than you white people got going on in your community. Y'all all up in the federal government asking them to make it a law so you can get married. We don't have to worry about that. We let y'all fight them old stupid rules and laws. We have to learn to adjust to them. And we've done very well adjusting to your laws and to your behaviors. And I just would once again want to say, Afro American people, you need to wake up, smell the coffee. It's brewing. And it's brewing in our young entrepreneurs. Our young leaders. And I'm not talking about them that you got up there in the city county building and working with city council. I'm not talking about them. Because they already think they above everybody. And don't know that the white man got more hands on them than he got on any other Afro-American generations. And up there, they tell you to jump. And the city council members that are Afro-Americans, they ask how high. And this is going out to those that I know that's up there, that I grew up with. I wouldn't dare be a city councilman, because I ain't jumping through no hoops for nobody. And what I know about what goes on in the city, I'm going to tell the young folk. And here's something for you young men and young women that's out there struggling, that don't want to be on the corners selling weed and selling heroin to anybody who want to buy it. I think that you're so intelligent, you're too intelligent for yourselves. You make all that money and then you don't invest it in anything but rims for your car. and all dressing up these old cars and carrying on. Start investing your money. Start putting your money up just in case you need a lawyer. Put your money up just in case you need commissary. Because one day, if you continue your behaviors on the street corners, you're going to get got by an undercover cop. And he going to put you away for a long time. So invest your money while you selling drugs. I don't condone you to sell them, but I know you sell them in my community. And I'm here to encourage you. If you're going to sell them, make it worth your while. And save it up. Put it away. Because one day you'll need it and your parents ain't going to be able to help you. Because everything that your parents work for is being taken. If it ain't being taken in mortgage, it's being taken by support. Child support and carrying on. And those that can't pay child support, let me tell you what you're doing to them, you white thinking people. Some of y'all is the same color as I am, but your minds is white. Your mind is white. Now, you'll lock away a brother or a sister. You'll lock them away because they can't pay child support to the state. Here's the catch, sisters. When I said that song earlier in one of my videos, that was a true song. No more brothers in jail. And Whitey's gonna catch hell. And no more sisters in court. See, the sisters was convinced to go to court and get child support for the child. They was convinced that that was the way to have a father give income to her. But it wasn't. It was a way for the state to trick you into going to court, testifying against your baby's daddy, so that they could lock him up and promise you a rose garden and give you a bush. You got the bush and they got your man. He locked up and can't get out. And you know what? They got you sitting here having to take care of that man's baby instead of letting that man out, make it mandatory that they find that man a job so that man will be able to pay his taxes and pay his income and pay his child support. They'd rather lock him up and make almost $40,000 a year on your man, Afro American woman. They'd rather lock him up and make money off your man. Money that your man could be out here making for you and your children. That's how dirty they are. It'll be another episode soon. Stay tuned. I'll be back.